Good morning, Assignment 4 grader. My name's Noah.
My name's Will.
And I'm Aiden
Hi,
Christopher LaBelle.
It is a lovely day outside, so we figured it's about time to present to you our Assignment 4 SEG 3103. I believe the title of this one is Mutation Testing. Let's
Yes,
get
correct,
all
it is.
into it. Anything to add,
Yeah,
fellas?
that's right. That's about it. Let's jump into it.
All right. So some basic features. So mutation operators control what the pit test mutates, such as conditionals, boundary, math, increments, and many more. Many operators can also be selected using groups. Um, a coverage report is automatically generated in the terminal after the tool has completed running, which can be clicked to redirect to an HTML page. This page will give insights into tests performed and ran and the total coverage. And incremental mutation testing is used to automatically track new changes to the chosen code base and only test those parts or regions, ignoring previously ran components.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Now we're going to do a little introduction of the target code base.
All right, so our code base here is pretty simple. It's going to be the calculator with a few added functions. So, we have the original, I think it's 5 or so. Then I added 3, just out of my mind, I guess. The first one is negative, so it's just going to check if the number's negative. I feel like that's pretty important for a calculator. We also got to know if it's 0, so, it might be useful for like, if we can divide by it in the future, we got to make sure it's not 0, right? And then is even. Well, I feel like sometimes it's just hard to tell if a number is even. I don't know about you guys. Calculus 2 is really
Yeah, it's
hard just
tricky
because of
sometimes.
this.
Yeah,
It's
difficult.
tricky
Difficult.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
adding
wait.
onto the calculator.
And then next, we're going to do a little review of our test cases.
Yeah, perfect. So I added 3 new test cases here. A few for each of the new functions I've added, out of my mind. So the first is negative test. It's gonna be false. 0 is not a negative number. -1 is a negative number, and 1 that's positive. So it's gonna assert false. For the ones that aren't negative, and true for the one that is negative. Because that's what we want. Next up we have the is 0 test. So it's gonna assert true on 0 and assert false if it's not 0. And then we can divide if it's not 0, actually. And then is even, that's the toughest one. Um, 0 is even, but 1 and -1, they're false. So what can I really say about that? Let me
That's
run
about
these
it.
tests for you on JUnit here, and we can see that.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Yeah.
Look at that, 8 tests passed. Look at that. Now we did run into a few issues with pit test, however. So the target is still calculator, and we're gonna run it. It's gonna give us a big log of errors. We talked to the TA about it, and today's the Thursday, June 19th. So whoever was the TA on Thursday, June 19th, and it exited abnormally with an unknown error, and it also in our slides we can see if you go to the next slide. Uh, this will just generate the same pit test coverage report regardless of what we do. Regardless if we create a new class and create a new configuration file, for some reason it's still putting out just calculator Java with the original 6 test cases.
But nonetheless, it does work for the original test cases, which is a demonstration of the functionality, and it's enough so to talk about it here. The only class we have in our code base is the calculator class.
But
So
that's the
it's
package.
so the number of classes is 1. The line coverage means it's running 100% of our code, which is the 6 lines. Mutation coverage means that 10 out of the 11 mutations are being detected, which is 91%. That's just 10 divided by 11. And then test strength is 10 out of 11. And the way you get test strength is it's mutation coverage divided by line coverage. So because line coverage is 100%, that's just the same thing as mutation coverage. And because we only have one class, you can see it's all the same. But if there were multiple classes, it would give you a more in-depth breakdown.
Well said, Noah.
Thank you.
Uh, Slowly moving on to the critical assessment of features and usabilities of each tool. So pit testing offers a practical and powerful way to assess the effectiveness of a test suite by automatically introducing mutations in the code and checking whether existing tests can detect them. Despite its sophisticated analysis, Pit remains accessible for developers with minimal setup and provides clear, actionable feedback. However, for larger projects, test execution time and occasional equivalent mutants may require careful management to maintain efficiency.
Awesome. That's
Here's our
it
video link.
from us. Thank you
Yep.
for paying attention and watching. Have a great summer's eve. I've
I
Yes,
been,
hope
great
your
rest of your
allergies weren't
night.
too bad today.
Ah,
I've been Will.
I've been Aiden.
and I've been Noah.
Toodaloo.
Cheers.